Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Best Iowa Clinic Podcast with Brandon.
And Ryan.
Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Great to see all of you. We just wanted to dive in tonight. We've got a great show, as always. Before I do anything with our agenda for tonight, I wanted to say congratulations to Ryan and Angela. They just had their fifth baby.
Oh, thank
baby
you.
Everett.
Yeah, he's doing great, and he's just an awesome little boy.
Very cool. So 2 younger sons, 2 middle daughters, and an older son. So 3 boys, 2 girls.
That's right.
Bam. Got the same thing. I got my 3 sons early and then 2 daughters. So, yeah, very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
10 kids. Wow. Yeah, we really make a party when we get together.
That's true. That's true. And just to clarify for the listening audience here, Ryan is married to Angela. I'm married to Amber. So 10 kids between the 2 of us, but separate. So I had a family member come up and they're like, "Oh, we love the podcast, but is Ryan your brother?" And I'm like, No, I guess we're just, we think alike or something. I don't know. Yeah. I've always said that our half brains equal 1 brain, so that's right. Or what's probably more of a reality is when we get together, the full brain turned into a half.
It's probably true. Yeah, just check out our TikTok. If you happen to stumble across that, you'll see why.
I think that's genius, actually.
It is, yeah.
It's pretty cool. All right, like I said, we've got a great show for you tonight, or a great podcast, and we're talking about schools. It's something we're passionate about. There is really, I love serving anybody that needs help with their cleaning, but I had a good conversation today with Eddie, who is our Hilliard rep. That's who we get our supplies through. And it was just the whole first hour of the conversation was just talking about family and kids. And he's got, some of his favorite clients that he works with that he'll go to a local establishment with and have a few drinks. And he just connects with them on that level. And I love that. I love building relationships and kind of just being friends for a bit before you build that trust and start to earn business. That's really a cool way to do it.
That's awesome. Shout out to Eddie at Hilliard. That's cool.
Yeah, I had a good conversation. So, I don't know, the whole purpose of what we're shifting into is serving schools. And we love all of our customers. We have 2 schools. But I think there's something extra special about those 2 school environments. And there's so many people that are affected by great cleaning. And even more than the client themselves, I just love our team. And our teams at the schools are phenomenal. We love our entire team, but they especially just really bring light and joy into our lives. So shout out to both teams.
School teams rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a song, School Teams Rock? No. I don't know.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, that's
of.
right. Yeah. Yep. For all of you old folks out there like myself that remembers that.
I think we're going to have to do a TikTok about Schoolhouse Rock.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yep.
Who are you going to be?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll be the Bill of Rights. I'm just a bill. No, okay, now we're getting off
the lizard. All right, enough of this goofy stuff, even though you guys love it, obviously. So, all right. So why is it important to keep our schools clean is the topic. And we're going to kind of run through some things that we've experienced cleaning 2 schools and things that we've heard. And kind of pass it on to all of you if you even care. If not, it's just a fun, goofy conversation between Ryan and I, and maybe you'll learn something. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so Ryan, one thing that I've thought about is the main thing at schools is the teachers and staff. Mm-hmm. And you really can't have a school without a really good teacher and really good staff.
Yeah.
To organize everything and just keep it all together. And there's a few things with this that we should all keep in mind, especially now being flu season. So November through March, maybe April, it's we're coming into that prime time, and my kids have had colds, and I think I'm getting something right now. I'm sorry I'm sitting so close to you. You're definitely going to pick it up too.
Oh yeah, it happens. Just ping pong that back and forth is what we do. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know. Yeah, but so that's one of the main things is cold and flu virus are inevitable during this time. And with teachers working with hundreds of students that are coming into the classroom, in and out, it's inevitable they're going to pick something up.
Right.
Yeah, and so when schools are properly being cleaned and disinfected, though, that really does help the staff and teachers to stay healthier. And fewer substitutes are needed during that time if teachers are staying healthy. And honestly, healthy teachers equal healthy students as well. They're just not transferring, all of the, let's say they're transferring good vibes instead of bad germs.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And so I think too, one thing that hits home to me is I've just heard it's scary. Once we had the pandemic and people are coming back, teachers are coming back, we want to keep the staff safe. We want them to feel comfortable coming back in the school, into their classrooms. And the classrooms are set up, at least at the 2 that we clean, in a way where it's just like, it's such a comfortable environment, isn't it?
It is.
Any one of those elementary classrooms, it would be, I would feel totally comfortable sitting on the rug and reading a book. And, it's just, I don't know, it's great.
It is, yes. I love the energy that they bring to these schools.
Yes, me too.
It makes all the difference.
I think the teaching has gotten better because when I was in school, you had this cramped little desk, and the teacher walked around with a ruler and kind of smacked your hand if you were. Right. And I unfortunately got disciplined quite a bit. Can you tell?
Couldn't have ever thought of that.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. But anyways, enough said. I mean, it's just more fun now than it ever used to be. There's just so much more interaction, and the classrooms are just vibrant and really, really feel at home. So proper disinfection and good cleaning will ultimately result in less sickness for teachers. And one more thing about that too is I feel like it's one of the most important things to give teachers every opportunity to stay safe when they're in the classroom. Bottom line. So, yeah, you want to take away the second?
Yeah, sure will. With our awesome teleprompter, I love it. So this is we're going to talk about fewer sick days. So that's going to be extremely helpful. We're talking fewer sick days for teachers, for kids, for staff, and healthy teachers will be a resulting in fewer sick days for students as well. So it's all a domino effect. I mean, that's really what we're talking about here is a great cleaning is going to lead to fewer sick teachers, and as a result, fewer sick students. You can go beyond that because we're impacting so many lives with a good cleaning at a school. Fewer sick students means fewer sick students in the home. We have 2 kids that are going to 2 different schools, and if one kid gets sick, the other kid's going to get sick, go to that class, may not even know it yet. Now another school is being impacted. More kids are being impacted.
Yeah.
Great cleaning can help reduce that.
Yeah, it can.
And just reduce the sickness in families too. I mean, there's such a widespread impact that good cleaning can have.
Yeah.
And so absences will go down. I mean, these are all good things. Better classroom involvement because of that. More students are going to be there to interact with each other. And that's going to result in higher grades. These are all, again, a domino effect of good cleaning.
Well, let's face it, too. I've got 5 kids, and when they get sick and when I get sick, we get grumpy.
Right.
I can't imagine trying to teach my kids, on a regular basis, much less, when they're sick.
Teachers are saints, I tell you.
Yes, they
really are.
Yes, they are.
So I can't thank you guys enough.
Yep. I wish I could give everyone permission to discipline my kids.
I know.
Because I definitely do, but it's like... Anyways, I probably shouldn't have said that. We're just keeping it real here. We're just keeping it real. I love my kids. That's why we discipline. So, all right. Yeah, do you want to take the next one too? Because the next one is actually about just reduced allergy and asthma symptoms, and that's one that both of us are affected from. Especially you, because you've got some just you're very affected with any dust or allergens that are in the air.
I am. I have asthma, and I know you've got heavy allergies that you just get destroyed in the fall time.
Just seasonal.
Yep. And same for me with asthma. It comes on, and if we're cleaning a very dusty place, that's a tough shift to get through, honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, we do it, and I feel better once I'm done knowing that I'm helping other people out. It's but it's kind of rough going through that. So if you don't have a great cleaning plan right now, or things aren't being followed, and dust is everywhere, and that's your pain, it's going to affect people who have lung issues like myself. I mean, I can tell when a place is not has not been properly taken care of as far as dust goes. Really, really impacts me, and I'm sure a lot of other people too. So it's a big deal.
And it could be more than dust. It could be pollen and mold, and
Yes, it can.
there's just a lot of things that include that. And
You're right.
one thing that helps, besides getting good airflow through the school, and just making sure that if the carpets are wet, there's a fan, getting them dry. But
Right.
even more than that is using like vacuums with HEPA filters that filter out the air, and the more you use, the better that air quality is going to be.
That's right. Yeah, and we always go for the gold certified. I can't remember the actual certification, but I know they are the best, top of the line certification for air filters, essentially. So
Honestly, just keeping it real with everybody.
Yeah.
A vacuum's a vacuum,
it is.
but the ones that we're using, they've got why I like them is they keep our employees safe. If they overheat, if they get clogged, they shut down. They've got a safety feature on them. But more importantly, when it comes to the safety of others and the air quality, not only does it have a good beater bar in suction to really get everything up, but it does remove all of the dust, and not all of, I can't make that claim, but it removes a lot of the dust and allergens in the environment, because we do clean those filters out. But it has a HEPA filter that gets switched out every year, and that really helps.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and a lot of vacuums don't have those filters, so I don't know. It's important.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and so I'll jump into the next one, and that's something I've personally heard this from a lot of teachers and staff members at both the schools that we clean, and it's restoring the pride that people have in the school. And funny story, or my experience with it would be, we started at one school. It was the summer. We started in November, but it was in the summer where we really got in to do some deep cleaning and scrubbing of walls, and really getting years of buildup, stripped back down to what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And after that summer, when we had the staff members come through, coaches, parents, they really, and even students when they came back, the feedback I was getting is that people really noticed, and they really appreciated it, and it felt like it was restoring the pride that the school once had. And that feels really, really cool that we were able to help with that.
That is awesome. Yeah, and again, hats off to the team for that, because that's...
Yeah, it's not me. It's not Ryan. It's definitely the team that has really taken it on themselves to go above and beyond.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And beyond that, hearing the feedback is great. But beyond that, though, I believe it brings on excitement for the students to bring their parents in, and for other, especially, well, here's one. So, one of the all schools are going through a lot of transition, a lot of teachers leaving, a lot of them coming in. Well, but what a great way to make them feel at home with a clean facility.
Right.
And making sure that it's like, wow, this place has a good program intact and in place, and procedures in place to make sure that it's being disinfected and cleaned every night, 5 nights a week, plus after activities. What a great plan.
Yeah.
And it's almost an added benefit to going to that school to teach. So
I would agree.
yeah. You want to take on the last one?
Sure.
And I'll take a part of it too, but go ahead.
Yeah, so it really will improve the culture of the school. I mean, we talked about restoring pride, and with that, it's going to improve the culture. And along the way, you're going to save some money too. So we can talk about that too, because bad cleaning, it's noticeable. And when you have bad cleaning, sometimes that is also a domino effect, because I'll be honest, there are times when in the past that you might get someone on the team who is not the best team player. And we'll talk about that too, with saving money and just being mindful and frugal about the programs, and making sure that you're using it wisely. So if you've got somebody who's not the best fit on the team, and they're focused on, well, it's not a clean place, and I don't feel like I can get it back to that. I know we had an employee who struggled with that and didn't feel like it was worth it to give that extra effort because it just wouldn't look better. And then we got the right fit, a couple of people into the school that they didn't see it as it'll never get better. They took it on themselves as a challenge to make it look better, and they've got it shining. And that is improved culture just tremendously.
And we'd love to take credit for training that, but you can't. You can't train someone. You can hire based on core values, which we do, but you can't train them to care.
Right.
They just do because of their values.
That's right. That's the beautiful thing about schools too. You've got a training regimen. We are very detailed about what is expected from the school and what we expect. But all of our school cleaners are going above and beyond that because they care so much. And that's the most beautiful thing. We're talking about improved culture at the school, within our team, with us when we walk in. I mean, it's just all around a good thing.
And there's so many other things, with everyone having their own checklist, and everyone has responsibility for their own closet. Everyone looks in on each other to make sure that they're not only being helped, but also that the work is being completed equally across the board. And also we have our team doing training, so they train new employees. So it really is a culture within a culture.
It is, and I think we have that added culture where we're taking over the cleaning at night, and we've got day staff that are on the school team during the day. Currently, that's the current setup. And I think that's helped with the culture there too, where they're able to focus on everything they need to during the day, not having to worry about what's going to happen at night.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's be honest. If we look at some of these huge 4 and 5A districts that are just massive, I don't know that I'd feel comfortable taking them on right now.
I know what you mean.
Even though we're passionate about this project, about serving schools, a good place for any school to start, especially to build trust, because there's an element of trust, is to maybe subcontract them just to do floors, or to come in and take care of the individual classrooms at night, or just the bathrooms. Try it out just with a little bit, and then when you build that trust and you realize that everything that well, first of all, you should never promise anything that you don't have as a part of your program. But if everything is in line and they're honorable and they're really showing you that not only is there consistency, but their communication is great. They've got guarantees in place to make sure that if work is missed, you don't have to pay for it, or that it's done as an additional for free, and then you're made whole again. These are important things to look for when hiring a cleaning company to outsource a part of your school cleaning. I don't know. I would not say that there's only one team, like our team only can take care of schools, but it's something that we feel so strongly about, and we are really putting everything in place to be able to be the premier team that takes care of schools. So that's really what we're about.
Yes.
And and then with this number 5, the part of it too, saving dollar signs. To make a claim that if you outsource, you're going to save a ton of money, I don't know that it's going to be that simple. But there's an element where there's a few things in here that can definitely save you money. First, we know that with any school, there's going to be a ton of turnover. Yes. Because in cleaning, there's turnover. And that's because people don't have a good culture. They're leaving one place to go $1 an hour more somewhere else. It's kind of a move from one place to another type of, that's the cleaning industry.
Right.
And so, having said that, when you outsource a cleaning team that has their hiring together and that has good retention rates, what you really get is you get a team that has the insurance. They've got background checks on their employees. They're organized. Traditionally, when you're organized, you're going to be more efficient with cleaning, so you're going to be able to get it done faster than what you'd be paying night staff for. In addition to that, you're also getting things like disinfection when you have an outbreak. You have that in place. You've got the extra support to get that done. The day staff can then concentrate on the maintenance and things that are lacking behind that need to be done, and you can just kind of pass off that problematic evening cleaning, because I can see how it's tough to manage an evening cleaning if you are working in a school district, and outsourcing that to a cleaning team that is all they focus on. I can really see that being a benefit and helping the school to save money. And there's other things that I didn't mention, like onboarding and training and coverage, and then working with one manager or one account manager at that location really helps. To just, you don't have to corner 5 guys that are cleaning at night. You talk to one person and they're organizing their team, and it gets done. And yeah, exactly. Anything to add on that?
No, I think you touched on some really good points. So I think that's very good.
Okay. All right. Well, we got Ryan's approval on it, so I know we're good and everything is great. So, if you guys have thought about switching, I don't know, your kids go to a school and you notice things, cobwebs in the corners, maybe, well, I'll tell you my worst thing. I hate it going into a school, and it's not that the school is not being cleaned properly, but it's just the door handle.
Oh,
You just know.
Yes.
And so usually I'll wrap my hand in my shirt, or I'll find some way to make it in without touching that door handle.
Right.
And also the glass frame of the door.
Right.
That gets me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know. I got a little OCD when it comes to that. So, but anyways, yeah. If you guys if you've noticed, or you're just in the position where you're struggling to hire because turnover is crazy, and you're training and they're leaving, and you need a team to come in, even if it's temporary, if it's subcontract work like floors, give yourself a break and give us a call. Throw my number out here while it lasts. It's 319-551-4252. And I'd love to just really just learn more about you and hear about some of the struggles. And we may be able to help. We may not. We could help you find someone that is in your service area, and can take care of you really well. We would love to help with that. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, Best Iowa Cleaning Podcast. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook, and have a blessed evening.